So don't mind me, we're just gonna grind for lives for a little bit. Froggie Game. I still haven't found the giant frog or whatever. I think the timer is normal speed in this one as opposed to double speed or whatever it is for the rhino one. Giant frog? Hey, we found him. That looks pretty ridiculous. Okay, yeah, we're gonna get 6. Nine lives, now we're a cat. Nice! I got it. Haha! Nice. We get the rhino minigame again, yeah! 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. What's up, guys? This is Helium Lemon 15. Welcome back to part 7 or 8, I think, of Donkey Kong Country. Today is February 7th. How's it going, everyone? It's 2:10 p.m. in the afternoon, and I was off screen and grinded for lives for about 12 minutes. Well, for 12 minutes, basically. I timed it, so I don't need to say about. And, this is Croctopus Chase. Yeah, because I don't want to get a game over in this game. It's actually pretty inconvenient. But I like this game. Grinding for lives is fun. Yeah, I was sick recently. I missed a lot of... Oops. I missed a lot of school. Actually, I only technically missed one class, but I was still sick for a week. And I went back to Donkey Kong Country 3, basically. I had kind of stopped playing it for a while, and then I was playing it, but I was on like some of the really last levels, so it was kind of frustrating. And I love that game, especially the music. Oh my gosh, the music. None of these like little squids seem to really be a threat. This one you have to kind of be good at button mashing, and then there you go, you're in the clear, as they say. And I've been watching a ton of GDQ recently, so... Oh, and the crocodile is in front of us now. Rocky. Basically, I found a couple of random AGDQ runs, and one of them was a ROM hack called Super Metroid Impossible, and that was so much fun to watch, and then it made me miss like playing Metroid Prime, so I decided to watch a speedrun of Metroid Prime and see how that was, and the speedrun of Metroid Prime is pretty cool. It goes out of bounds a lot, and there's like an using the morph ball to achieve infinite speed kind of trick that he does, and it reminded me of like how Pan and Coke has Mario Run in place to achieve infinite speed and does crazy things like that. And I said these squids weren't a threat, because they're just tiny little things. Every little thing. Okay. I should, like... I think sometimes I should, like, drink a little bit of coffee, like, before I do these. But I also want to, like, swear off caffeine, because I've had some, unpleasant experiences with caffeine. Okay, that's not a thing. You can't gain control between those barrels. Okay, here we got a nice head start. DKC does love their outrace the enemy levels. And they can be some of the hardest. And finally made it to the checkpoint. I don't know, Metroid Prime is like a gorgeous game. And really good music, really nice atmosphere, and gorgeous to look at. But sometimes it's just not fun. Like, I've spent a decent amount of time playing it and I'm still not at the end, but a lot of it just, I don't find it particularly fun. Excuse me, where did you come from? I was so confused. So this guy goes down there. Guy's fast. This guy is also pretty fast. And he stays up there. So he doesn't come down here. So this guy goes that way. So if you want to see what's down here, you have to follow him around. Gotcha. And then there's a Winky token. I believe I'm gonna show it, but off screen I found where the giant Winky, the giant Winky token is in the Winky minigame. I want to find the giant Rambi and then eventually the giant On Guard. I believe the swordfish's name is On Guard, which is a really brilliant name for a swordfish if you think about it. And again, Rare is a bunch of British smart people. And you get to hear me pressing buttons. Lovely. Actually, my phone, which I use to record my voice, is in a kind of a different spot than usual, so sometimes in my commentary you'll really hear my button presses, but it might not be the case this time. I'm actually curious to see what's over there, since we are trying to do a 100% run, and I've 100%ed this game before, but like I always need a walkthrough to do it, and I'm using a walkthrough this time too. So, On Guard automatically charges into enemies. I'm honestly too relaxed to talk about anything interesting. Oh, we're going fast. We need to go fast. Outrun this guy. Oh, shoot. Oh, well, I can have my swordfish and eat it too. That reminds me of a story. Yeah, I like that. In this game, you can get your animal part. Oh, well, in Donkey Kong Country 2 and 3, you actually transform into your animal characters, and therefore, like, your hitbox, your hits transfer over. It is a very different system. I can't play this game. The colors are all too rich for my poor old eyes. Oh, I'm not doing my cranky voice. Why, even the bananas have more frames and colors than I had in the entire game. A leap of faith is all it takes to find Winky in Barrel Cannon Canyon. Find Winky? You can roll over Slipper, or just squash him with a jump attack. This stereo sound is making my tired old ears bleed. Turn it down before you go. Okay. And one more level before... Oh, I barely remember this. Oops. Well, I got the K, but not the way that I wanted to. I got the special K. So, for my class, I had to prepare a presentation on China. And I talked about this bizarre thing that happened with mangoes during the Cultural Revolution. and like people became obsessed with mangoes, basically because it was like a symbol of Chairman Mao's generosity. So like people were praising the mango and like making replicas of mangoes and making altars for mangoes, like as a symbol of loyalty to Mao. And then right after that story, I was like, well, basically, China is trying to preserve communism while enjoying all the benefits of a capitalist economy. And my teacher said, yeah, they're trying to have their mango and eat it too. Hey, we did it. While commentating too, that was a pretty... Well, I stopped talking for the last one because I had to see what the pattern was. So yeah, I want to do Metroid Prime on this channel. I also like... Oh, this guy, you can't do that. I also like, yeah, I spent $40 for the Metroid Prime, like, trilogy. Which, if you think about it, is not like... Like, people probably bought the original Metroid Prime for that much. I mean, like, I bought Skyward Sword for, like, $40. Now I get games on Steam for, like, $1, or maybe sometimes $8, or maybe sometimes $20. Eh? No? Okay. That was a short level. But I have not touched Metroid Prime 2 or 3. I've watched it, a full playthrough of 2, and I've watched some of 3. All I know about 3, really, is that Big Tip on a Bus is, like, mad at it because, like... not mad at it, but, like, the joke is that the game has too much orange. So what he did was he, like... He would play, like, random, like, videos on his computer and make it so that, like, some, like, stupid video was, like, wash out all the orange in the game. And so, like, he would be playing Metroid, and then pretty soon the entire screen would be washed out by, like, SpongeBob running or something. So, I'll see you in the next time on Donkey Kong Country or something. Actually, we can go for 2 more minutes. See if we beat this level. There's another great song by Evelyn Fisher. Holy cow, she's a madman. Oh yeah, we did this. Oh, we get Winky. See if I timed that better. Oh my gosh, I did the same freaking dumb thing. Let me do the right thing. Banana, banana, banana. Everyone's a banana in Banana Town. Oh my gosh. I know the theme of these videos has been like, oh my gosh, I hate school, I'm gonna die, whatever. But like, excuse me, what happened? I really don't like school. Like, I need this as an outlet. Even though I know I'm using it to procrastinate or whatever, but like, I need this as an outlet because school is just terrible. I mean, I'm more than halfway, so like, I know God is good and he's gonna get me through to the end, but like, it's terrible. Well, the best thing I can do is just kind of like talk to people and make friends and do people favors and get jobs. And I picked up a little bit of an employment. It's been interesting. I want to go through this level with Winky. I think it would be interesting, but we're not going to, apparently. That was weird. You heard the music, like, you heard the marimba sample without reverb, and I don't know what happened in the game to cut it off. Sometimes these game hardware, the way the music works is like oddly specific, and I got away with that. That was a little bit unexpected. I just discovered like some random guy on YouTube, because he posted like a cover of Billie Jean, but like only with door springs. And he did a video where like he plugged his keyboard samplers directly into the NES, and he had some piece of hardware called the Chiptune Maestro, and he made some really nice songs out of the just like the NES hardware. And I mean, I'm not surprised that you can do that. I mean, I love listening to Shovel Knight and the Messenger and stuff like that. And he was like, oh, the song wasn't like long or interesting, but like, I mean, it shows like how like you have to have some knowledge of like programming and technology if you want to compose music for video games. And so it makes sense to me that like David Wise, before he worked on this game and Donkey Kong Country 2 and the things that really propelled him to success, well, he worked on Battletoads before that, I'm sure, but I would have to see when Battletoads came out. I'm trying to do the same dumb thing, and I'm dying every time. Dumb. Yeah, David Wise, like, worked in a music store creating demos for keyboards. So he had, like, an intimate knowledge of, like, how a sequencer on a keyboard from the 90s worked, which allowed him to make the most basically out-of-game hardware. So that's so interesting that like game composers have such an unique position as being. I wanted Kong, but I did the wrong thing. I was trying to kill the Crocos first and then get my G. Okay. Actual skill. Is this the part that I don't like? Yeah. I just timed it very specifically. Sometimes I like to play as Diddy just so I can test each surface instead of having to, you know. Oh, hello. We didn't find this last time.
Ooh, what do I want? I'm gonna close my eyes and pick something randomly. So it's Rambi. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'm sure that's riveting to listen to me count. 1,
Am I off my diatribe about David Wise? I think so. I know I'm not very wise, but, Hey, we did it! We found all the secrets in that level. Okay, so since boss fights usually take a pretty short time, let's just... Oh, I wasn't expecting that. So he does 2 big hops. And then 3 big hops. Oops! I was trying to land on him. The background is so ugly for these boss fights. These banana caves are so ugly. The bananas are piled so high, it's just kind of unbelievable. Well, it's charming. Got him. Oh, he's invulnerable during that phase, I should have assumed. And he's done. Wink. Wink. His name should be Winky Kong. Alright, so next up is the factory. So yeah. I am glad that you have watcheth this video, and please be a good boy and tune into the next one. Goodbye.